You're in for a treat. The Social Security Administration has again changed the process to create a My Social Security account at SSA.gov. Stay with me as I'm about to show you detailed instructions to make sure this account creation goes smoothly. A couple things before you start. To make this account creation work, you'll need to make sure of 3 things. Number 1, you need your smartphone for at least part of this process because you'll be taking pictures of your ID and also a selfie for identification purposes. Number 2, you need your own email address. Don't use someone else's email address, like a spouse's or another family member. If you don't have an email address, please create one before starting. And number 3, we recommend confirming that your name on your ID matches the name on your Social Security card. If you can't find your card, check an old Social Security retirement benefit statement to see how your name is listed with SSA. If the names don't match, it could cause issues with verifying your identity. Toward the end of this video, I'll show you what to do if this happens. Okay, here we are at the SSA.gov website. To create a new online account, click on the Sign In button at the top right. There are 2 options to create an account, Login.gov and ID.me. For U.S. citizens living in the U.S., both options are fine, but we anecdotally see more people use Login.gov, especially since you might already have a Login.gov account if you ever signed up for TSA PreCheck in the past. This video will exclusively show you the Login.gov process, but you can pivot to ID.me if Login.gov doesn't work for you. But for U.S. citizens living outside the U.S., ID.me seems to provide more flexibility with using international addresses and phone numbers during setup. After clicking the Sign In with Login.gov button, it takes you to this page where you either sign in if you already have a Login.gov account, or you can create an account. In our case, we will click the Create an Account tab here. Just know that if you already have an account with Login.gov, you'll be able to skip some of the initial steps we show here. To move forward, enter your email address. And make sure this is your email address, preferably not a shared email address or one that was used when setting up an account for a spouse or other family member. Otherwise, the system will catch this and not allow you to set up an account with that email address. After that, you'll click the box to accept their terms and also click Submit. Then you'll see this message that an email has been sent to you. So check your email inbox. Within a minute, you should see an email from Login.gov asking you to confirm your email. The email will include a large blue box that says Confirm Email Address. Click that button, which takes you to a page where you'll create a strong password for your Login.gov account. Once you've entered a password twice and confirmed they match, please take a moment to write this down. You can also have your browser save this automatically for you. Whatever you do, make sure you make note of this important password. Also, make note that your username is going to be the email address you used in the previous step. Then you can click Continue to proceed. This next step is our authentication method setup. 2-step verification is very important for online accounts, so SSA requires you to choose one of these methods. In our video, we will use the text message option to keep it simple. But if you prefer another method, that's perfectly fine. After clicking Text or Voice Message, you'll need to scroll down a bit to click Continue at the bottom. Then it asks you to enter your mobile phone number. This is the number you will receive the 2-step verification code each time you log into your account. Click Send Code to get the 2-step verification code right now. Check your mobile phone for the code to arrive, which usually only takes a few seconds, but give it a minute if it doesn't happen right away. Once you get the code from your phone, enter it here where it says One-Time Code, then click Submit to proceed. Then the system is going to ask you to set up yet another layer of secure sign-on verification. You certainly can go this route, but our video is going to bypass this and click Skip here at the bottom to continue. The next page just needs you to click Agree and Continue, which gives approval to connect this Login.gov account with SSA, the Social Security Administration. Now comes the fun part. Over the years, SSA has dealt with a lot of fraud, so this is where they really want to verify you are who you say you are. You'll need to get out your driver's license or state ID, as you'll be using your smartphone to take pictures of the front and back, as well as a selfie of yourself. You'll also enter your social security number, your personal phone number, and then re-enter the Login.gov password you just set up earlier in the process. Let's click Continue. The next page summarizes that they will verify the information you provide in these steps with public records that SSA has access to. So it's a good idea to use your phone number when prompted, not a spouse's, as the number needs to match with your public records data. To move forward, click the box to agree to their terms and then click Continue. This next step gives you two options to verify your identity. We are going to choose the first option, where you use your smartphone to take photos of your driver's license and yourself. If that is not an option for you, or if it doesn't work, then you can try the second option, which is verifying your identity at a local post office location. But in our case, we're going to enter our phone number and then click Send Link to get another text from SSA. Important note, at this point, you will direct your attention to your smartphone, but you'll come back to your web browser at the end, so do not close your browser tab. Once you verify your ID on your phone, this page will refresh with the next steps to finalize the account. Okay, here's what the text message looks like. You'll tap the long link here, which takes you to a system where you'll take 3 images. They recommend you place your ID on a flat and dark surface, have good lighting, and avoid glares and shadows. You may have to take multiple pictures to get this right, so keep at it and you should be able to get through this. The first image is the front of your driver's license. Tap on Take Photo. It will guide you to move the camera closer or further away, and then eventually it will capture the image. The second image is the back of your driver's license. Again, tap Take Photo. I found this one a little tricky to get right, but the image was confirmed eventually. Then you'll see both images and have the opportunity to retake them if needed. But if you're happy, tap Continue to proceed to the final image. This image is basically a selfie. You want to make sure you look at least somewhat similar to your driver's license photo so they can verify you. Try to have the same expression in this photo as your license photo. Remove any items covering your face like glasses or a hat. Click Take Photo, then you'll get your face in the green circle. Keep your expression pretty neutral, and then tap the green check mark. Then you'll have the option to retake it if needed. If all looks good, tap the Submit button. SSA will process your images, which can take up to a minute. If everything checks out, you'll get this message at the top that says, "We verified your identity document." And then it says to switch back over to your browser to finish setting up your account. Note, if it doesn't work out, you may need to try the images again or choose the in-person ID check at the post office, or start the whole account creation process over through Login.gov or swapping over to ID.me instead. Okay, we're back to where we were earlier, except the browser page has now refreshed with the next steps to finish up. You'll enter your social security number here. I recommend you click the Show Social Security Number box to double check you entered it correctly. Then click Continue. This next page simply summarizes your contact info used in the verification process. Double check this for any errors. If it looks accurate, click Submit. Then you'll get one final code via text. After you flag down that code from your text messages, enter it here and then click Submit. And finally, you'll enter your Login.gov password you set up earlier. Then click Continue to proceed. This next page will provide you with a personal key that is unique to you. Print this, write it down, or take a picture, whatever you prefer, but hang on to this number, as you will need it in the future if you ever change your account password. Otherwise, it mentions you'll need to verify your identity again. Click the box that states you have saved your personal key in a safe place and click Continue. In this final step, you'll connect your verified information to SSA. Click Agree and Continue. Despite getting to this point, you might see this error message next, that they are unable to verify your identity. This most likely means your name with the Social Security Administration doesn't match your ID, or your date of birth is wrong in their system. Whatever it is, you'll have to contact Social Security to confirm what is wrong and then provide them with the information to correct it. For example, a copy of your Social Security card or your birth certificate. But if all is good, you'll be taken to a preferences page in your account. Take a moment to set your preferences for receiving notices from Social Security. You can get only electronic notices or both by mail and electronic notices. After you've made your selections, you'll click Save and Continue at the bottom, and you'll see confirmation that your preferences have been updated. Click the Continue to Homepage button, and you're officially in your SSA account. If you want to learn how to use the features in your newly created SSA account, check out these videos right over here. Thanks for watching.